Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and welcome to yet another public webinars by Frappe. I'm your host, Babita, and I am from the marketing team here at Frappe. And this is the part two of the webinar that we are doing. Yesterday, we had a webinar on Frappe CRM, and today we are doing a webinar on Frappe Helpdesk. These are two progressive, robust open source apps within the Frappe suite. And today we have Michelle, who is the director of products, and Ritvik Sardana, who is the product engineer and the mind and hands behind Frappe Helpdesk. He's going to take us through this particular webinar where we'll see Frappe Helpdesk and how this particular tool streamlines your ticketing, SLAs, and customer interactions. I'll let Michelle and Ritvik talk more about it. So, hi, Michelle, how are you? Welcome back.
Hi, Babita. Thank you. Thanks for the introduction and great to see so many people. I am assuming some of you were part of yesterday's webinar since, like Babita mentioned, this is a two-part webinar series. And yesterday you saw how Frappe CRM helps businesses. Today we will see how Frappe Helpdesk helps you in managing customer tickets effectively.
Yes, Michelle. And hi, Ritvik, how are you?
Yeah, hi Babita. Hi everyone. I am doing great, man. I am just very excited for this webinar.
Yes, so I think without a further ado or delay, we should dive deep into the webinar right now. So we can definitely go ahead and let us know, Ritvik, Michelle, what we are going to get in the next 1 hour. So over to you guys.
Right. Thanks, Babita. Yeah, once again, welcome back to those who were part of the webinar yesterday. And I'm assuming some of you are also new today and might not have context to what we covered yesterday. In this webinar, basically, we'll be walking you through what Frappe does, what are our tools, particularly Frappe Helpdesk. Ritvik is the developer and the product owner of Frappe Helpdesk, and he will give you a detailed walkthrough of the entire product. We'll also be talking a bit about how could you use Frappe Helpdesk in your own business? Where could you host it? If you host with us, what are the benefits? Some of you are interested in becoming partners. Some of you are just interested in knowing what Helpdesk can do. You probably are using other tools and want to save a little money, want to have better experience at providing customer support to your clients. So this webinar is catered to all kinds of audiences. So if you have already used Helpdesk and you are facing some challenges or are curious to know about some of the features or the upcoming features, and if you don't have any understanding of the product and just want to ask any questions, you will see a Q&A box in your on your screen. You could type your questions in the Q&A box. We would be answering them towards the end of the webinar. And in the chat box, if you just like can't hear things or if there is some problem during the webinar, you can put it there. But keep your questions in the Q&A box because we would just be sticking to the questions in the Q&A box to answer. I think that's it. I'll just share my screen and uh, yeah, and just give you a quick walkthrough of and some introduction of Frappe Helpdesk. I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Since some of you might not be aware of what Frappe does, we are an open source company based out of Mumbai, India. And we've been our vision is to build open source software so that it could make your lives better. You probably have heard us because of our flagship product that is ERP Next, which is basically an open source ERP, 100% open source ERP. And in the last few years, we've also been developing standalone solutions catering to niche businesses, one of them being Frappe CRM and the other being Frappe Helpdesk. So if you read the name of the webinar series, it is Powering Growth through CRM and Helpdesk, right? Because these two are tools to help you grow your own business. One helps you get in the customers and the other helps you retain them, right? So in the last webinar, we saw how CRM helps you streamline your leads, convert them to deals, view them across different stages, assign them to different sales agents, then try to close them, get in touch with your prospects, send them emails. We also have a couple of integrations, one with ERP Next. We have telephony integrations, WhatsApp integrations, and CRM. And finally, we also showed you how to forecast, how CRM helps you forecast revenues, show you blockers. Um, we provide different views like Kanban view, report view, and we also have dashboards for your insights and reporting. Now, in today's webinar, I'll just give you a quick walkthrough of what you could expect in help desk. So yeah, before that, we are, like I mentioned, an open source company, and we have a huge ecosystem of 20,000 plus members. We have over 10,000 customers on Frappe Cloud. I'll be talking about Frappe Cloud towards the end of the webinar. And we have a lot of products. You can go and check out our GitHub repository if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the other products. Right. So when you registered for this webinar, we asked you some questions, right? And these are the problems that you are facing currently, assuming with your current support system. It could be just a simple help desk tool which you built in-house, or it could be one of the popular tools in the market, or it could be a simple spreadsheet, email, or just a note-taking app. Whichever tool you're using, the problem normally is that it is scattered across multiple systems, right? Some of your customers reach out to you on telephone, some of them drop a message on WhatsApp, some of them email it to you, and you can't keep track of everything. Plus, if you're a good business, you will definitely have an SLA that you have to respond to a ticket within a certain time frame. So this is also not easy to keep track of if you don't have a proper system. And because of this, your customers could get frustrated. You probably have lack of visibility in all your tickets, and your customer also probably has lack of visibility. And most of the popular tools out there charge you per user. So these are the common challenges that you probably are facing. And Frappe Helpdesk tries to solve most of them. So one of the major problems is that you're spending a lot in trying to keep your customers happy, but you don't really need to do that. You can just, there is no need of per user pricing, right? Doesn't mean that when you add a new user, you have to keep thinking whether I should continue with this software or no. So Frappe Helpdesk tries to make that a little easy by giving you unlimited agents right from the starter plan. And adding new agents won't cost you anything extra. It is 100% open source. So if you like it, and if you find our platform helpful, you can host with us because we are the first party OEMs. But if you still have some preference in hosting it on some other platform, you are free to do so. Plus, you're free to make any customizations without reaching out to us. You can do that because there is no vendor lock-in. It's 100% open source. Along with that, we have a couple more features. Like I mentioned, you have your tickets scattered across multiple systems, and Frappe Helpdesk gets all of them in one single place. So you see a single queue. You can configure multiple SLAs. You can track them. You can also configure your business hours. If you have like weekly offs on a Saturday or a Sunday and you don't want your SLA to get affected during those periods, or if you have some public holidays, you can define them and SLA will get calculated automatically. We also have multiple assignment rules. So one is round robin. You might have multiple teams of agents, right? Catering to different business verticals. So you can define your teams, the team members across each team, and depending on the context of the ticket, the right person will get assigned to the ticket, either in round robin fashion, or we have another um, way of assigning tickets, that is through load balancing. So if you like somebody has too many tickets and the other agent doesn't, Frappe Helpdesk automatically assigns it to the other agent. You can also design your custom workflows. You can write server scripts, other scripts inside your system to add button, to cater it as per your need. And we also provide canned responses, knowledge base for your clients. We have our own customer portal. So if you can either configure it through email or a customer portal, so your customer can reach out to you through that portal. And when they ask questions, you can create a knowledge base. Most of them gets resolved there. So these are some of the high level features that I've mentioned, which Ritvik will be walking you through in next couple of minutes. Right? One of the major USP is great UI and UX. At least that is what we're aspiring to be. You might not see it on day one, but if you have any feedback, that is the direction that we're taking. We don't want to make it very cluttered. You're already looking into too many things, right? When you solve a ticket. So We are trying to make the UI and UX as simple as possible. And secondly, like I mentioned, the pricing. For a small team, it's going to charge you less. You can start with a starter plan of $5 per site, not per user. And if you're a little huge team, like of 20, 30 agents, who might not, you won't be paying per user. You scale as you grow in terms of usage, not in terms of number of users. So, right, this tool is meant for every user. We have agents. The number one problem of agent is to see which tickets need attention, right? That is taken care of in Helpdesk. You get full visibility of your tickets. Um, for a manager, you want to see your team's performance. You want high level view of it. So all that is possible because we have dashboards and charts for that. And as a customer, for a customer, you get faster resolutions because now you're like the vendor who's providing your business has a better tool. You always know what is the status of your own ticket. Like as a customer, I know because I have a portal view of it. I have my knowledge base, which is available out of the box. So yeah, these are some of the plus points of using Frappe Helpdesk. Now that you have some idea of what Helpdesk does, I will hand it over to Ritvik, who will show you the product, explain the features to you. And at any point, if you have questions, please drop it in the Q&A box. I'll try to answer it as much as possible during the demo. And after the demo, we can take it live as well. Right? Thank you. Over to you, Ritvik.
Okay, so yeah, hi everyone. I'll just share my screen. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Ritvik.
Yeah, just a second. Just okay. So yeah, let's get started. So whenever you enter into the help desk for the first time, right? This is the view which you see. Now in help desk, there are actually multiple kind of views which you can see. So this which you are seeing right now is the agent portal. Apart from that, we have two other views as well, which are the customer portal and the desk view. So let us go through the customer portal first. We can click over here. We can select the drop down and we can click on customer portal. A new tab is opened. So you will see over here that the customers can see their tickets right out of the box when they log in into the system. And the another thing is knowledge base. So we'll come back to the knowledge base and the ticket creation process in some time. Let me just explain what other views are. And the third view is the desk view. So you can go on apps and you can click on desk. Now, what is the desk, right? Desk, you can consider it as an admin view for managing your data and handling some kind of advanced customization, which we will be talking about throughout the webinar. So this is the desk view. Desk view can be accessed at your site name / app, and help desk for the customer portal is accessed at for the agent portal is accessed at / help desk, and for the customer portal it is also the same, just that it starts with my tickets and you have moved to the customer portal. So these are the three views. So now let us get started. The first thing which we want to do is we want to actually enable an email account, create an email account. So since this is a demo, I have already created one. So what you can do is you can put your email ID and app passwords over here. And over here, you can have enable incoming, outgoing. So basically in this configuration, you can have multiple email incoming accounts and multiple outgoing accounts as well. So a lot of people, what they do is they have different departments and different departments have different email accounts. So they can enable incoming for all those emails, and then you can route the tickets accordingly. So that is what all about email accounts. Now let us talk about inviting users. Uh, sorry. Yeah. So now let's talk about inviting agents. So the second part is inviting the agent. So what we can do over here is we can click on invite agents and we can invite any of our user. So I will just invite one of my email accounts. So now from here, you can invite as many users as you want by using a comma separated value. And I can provide the roles of agent, manager, or admin. Now, what are these roles? So as an agent, I will be able to manage tickets. I can respond to a ticket. I can assign ticket from one customer to another. I can like basically manage the ticket and modify a ticket data. Secondly, what we can do is we can manage the knowledge base articles. So we'll come back to knowledge base in some time. Apart from that, we have a manager role. Now, manager role can access this settings model where they can set up their SLAs, their company's SLAs. They can set up their branding, assignment rules, and some other customizations. And the third one is the admin view, admin role, and they can manage all aspects of the help desk. So if I want to say that this user should not have any restriction, I will just use this role. Now, for now, I will invite this user as a manager, and I can send an invite. Once I do so, the invite will be sent to the end user, and I can just open my email account and then click on it. I can just showcase it to you in a second. So I hope my screen is okay. So yeah, that is what was inviting agents all about. Now let us create ticket. Let us create a ticket. Now to create a ticket, there are basically three different ways to create ticket. So first one is as an agent, I received a call and I wanted to raise it for a customer. I'll just click on this create button. I'll go here and I'll say, uh, customer ticket for customer XYZ, or maybe, timeless. And they can raise their issue over here, and they can, have, this is a full-fledged text editor, so they can have their headings, issue, and then they can have a bullet list. And this is a full-fledged text editor. You can add attachments, videos, and all of those stuff. For now, I'll just say issue with billing, for example. So you will see this ticket has been created. Now, apart from that, what we have is the customer portal ticket creation. So I go to the customer portal, and from here I can raise one ticket. Now I can raise a ticket via customer portal, and I will just say issue with SSH. So I'll come back to what this box does. So anyway, and this is the second way. You will see ticket via customer portal is created on the agent portal as well. Now the third thing is via emails. So for the email accounts which you have, the incoming for the email account where incoming is enabled, you will receive those emails in the form of ticket, and those are converted to basically tickets. So these are basically the three ways of how help desk can be used to generate tickets. We have a future roadmap for adding WhatsApp integration into it as well, so tickets can be raised via WhatsApp. So yeah, moving ahead to the ticket view. So once we move over here, you will see that there are a lot of functionalities here. There are a lot of fields. There are a lot of like buttons. So what are these? So there are two things below. You will see this is a reply button. There's a comment button. So reply button is basically to send an email to the end customer that we have received your request and we are working on it. Like for example, your first response. And as soon as you make a first response, let's say first response via agent. And you will see that over here, the first response has been fulfilled. So I'll come back to what SLA does, what SLA is, and how it is calculated. And apart from that, what we can do is we can comment as well. Now, let's say we are escalating our ticket from team A to team B, and I want the team B to have some context of what I have already discussed with the customer, right? So here I can provide some private notes or the internal notes. These are not visible to the customer and in the customer portal. And I can also mention these users. Since it's a demo, I've already created a lot of few agents to mention them. And as soon as I do so, please look into it. They will receive it in the notifications panel, which is over here when they log in into the system. So I can comment it, and this will be considered as a private note. Now, apart from this, let's move to the sidebar. So on the top, you will see that there is these are four icons. These basically four are status of the ticket. There is open ticket, there is replied, resolved, and closed. So there are right now only four statuses which comes into helpdesk, but we are working on a feature which is custom statuses, which will be available in like a week or two. So let's get back to the statuses. Now we have see the hello, am I audible?
Yes,
We
Ritvik.
yeah, we lost you for like 1 or 2 seconds.
Okay. I thought my net connection was okay. Okay. So anyway, I was coming to this point. On the right side, you can see these status, which is the replied status. So as soon as I click on it, the status of the resolution changes to on hold. And then there is resolved status. The ticket is resolved within 3 minutes. And then there is closed status as well. So once the ticket is closed, the customer cannot reopen the ticket and cannot make any modification on that ticket. So anyway, let's continue with this. Now there is open, and then on the left hand side we can see an assign button. So I want to assign this ticket to someone, right? Currently, no one is assigned to this ticket. So what I can do is manually I can click on this assign button. I can go over here and I can explain that I can add L10 as my assigned to user. I can assign this ticket to L10 or basically Sharik, and they will be shown over here in this view. And then let's move on to some other fields, which are the team, customer, priority, and ticket type. So a team is basically a group of people which you can put together. Basically, if the team is, you can call a team as a department as well. So if you have like different departments, you can make teams based on that. So to create a team, so out of the box, we give you two teams. And then there is another team called Frappe Cloud, which I have recently created. So you can create a new team from here. So maybe let's say maybe it's L1 team. So I can create a ticket, and once I create a ticket, I can add different members into it, like Suraj. I can add into it. So as soon as I create a team, right, an assignment rule is automatically created for that team. So this is the product expert billing, which we have already already created. So I'll get on like let's say this one, and you will see that this is the condition of status open and agent group is L1. Now what I can do over here is I can add the conditions for basically if the team is equals to Frappe Cloud, I can use this condition. This assignment rule will be applied. And apart from that, there are some other fields also like assign condition, unassignment condition, or you can have like assignment schedule. So let's say this ticket should be assigned to these users only on these days, like not on Saturday or Sunday. So we can disable it from here. And then in the assignee rules, we have like various rules. We can add assignees. So whatever team members we have are already mentioned over here. And then there is ticket routing. So in that, we have two types of ticket routing, which is the auto rotate and assign by workload. So auto rotate basically what it does is it will assign ticket to user A, then user B, then user C, then user A, and then the cycle continues. And the second one is assigned by workload. So let's say there are two agents in this team, like Michelle and Suraj, and Michelle has 10 tickets, but Suraj has only 5 tickets. So the system is smart enough to understand, that the Suraj has less tickets. So they can assign the next ticket which will come will be assigned to Suraj for this assignment rule. So we have auto rotate and we have assigned by workload. So I can save this and then that's fine. So yeah, that was about team. And now there is customer. So what is a customer? In helpdesk, customer is an organization. Like if we move here, you will see that there are multiple customers like Frappe, Timeless, Spotify, Tesla. I can add any customer over here and I can fill in their domains. And to add employees of the basically of that particular customer, we will go into contact. So this will come back to in some time. And then there is ticket priority and ticket type. Now, what are these and how are these created and managed? So to manage these two fields, we'll have to go to the desk view. So we go here, we say HD ticket type. So out of the box, we give you four ticket types by default, incident bug, and then here you can basically create your ticket, any other type of ticket which you have, maybe invalid ticket. There can be a type of ticket which is invalid, so you can create that, and those are automatically reflected in the ticket type over here. When you go over here, and then you'll see that invalid is already mentioned over here. And similarly, it goes for priority. So I can go here and I can say SD priority, ticket priority. And as soon as I create it, as soon as I move over here, you'll see that these four values are already existing. We can create a new priority from here. And now let us jump back to what these fields are, right? These fields. So first one is source. So there are two sources of ticket right now, which is either via a portal, let it be the customer portal or the agent portal. And the second is via email. So if you receive a ticket via email, the source of the ticket will be email. So that is what the source field is. Now, apart from that, there are two other fields, which is the first response and resolution. So now let us understand how are these calculated and how you can manage them. So basically, this is the ticket ID. And yeah, let's go to SLA. We'll go in the settings menu and we'll say SLA policies. So by default, we create one SLA for you, and it has like various settings. So first one is the priority. So low, medium, high, urgent. You can select the priorities from here. And for each priority, you can have different first response time and the resolution time. If you want to alter it, you can basically alter it from here. You can say instead of this, it is 24 hours. We can save it, and then we can have a default priority as well. Now, what a default priority is when this SLA is applied, what should be the priority of the ticket? So that you can also define over here. Apart from that, we also have SLA status details. So what do you want to do when the status is replied? So if the status is replied, SLA will be paused. When the status is resolved, SLA will be fulfilled, and similarly for close, it will be fulfilled. And then you can add your custom statuses when that feature will come in the near future. And then apart from that, we have this work schedule and holidays. So let's say by your team's working hours are every day from 10 to 6 p.m. You can use that, or you can modify it over here as well. You can basically modify them using this UI, and you can say 9 every day at 9:30 we start, and then end at 6 p.m. So that can also be modified. Apart from that, we also have holidays. So you will see this default over here. So this is the default holiday list which we create. Now let us create a new business holiday. So to do so, we'll click on this button. We'll go here and say, 2025 holidays. And for that, I will just start it from January 1st and end it on December 31st. You can do it for a financial year as well, like from April to March, whatever suits you the best. And then we can add recurring holidays. Now for recurring holidays, what we can do is we can click here and you will see this dialog. So basically, what is the repetition part over here? So a lot of companies have this only second Saturday and fourth Saturday as a off, or some companies has all the Saturdays as off. So we have made it the UX very simpler to add like every second and fourth Saturday as a holiday. And apart from that, what else we can do is we can add another recurring holiday, which will be for Sunday. So every Sunday I want the holiday, and that will be for every week. Now I'll add the holiday. And as you can see, this recurring holidays are applied over here. In the calendar view, you can see these gray boxes. But let's say I want to add a public holiday over here, which is let's say if India's Independence Day is on 15th August. So I can go over here. I can say Independence. Okay. And as soon as I do it, this will be marked as a holiday which in the yellow box. So let's say if you don't like this view, we already have a list view, so you can add the holidays from here. So let's go back. Let me save it first. And here I can just say, 2025 will be my holiday list for this particular SLA. Now, let's say based on some various criteria you want to enable SLAs. So what we do is, I already created this one. You can create one SLA and you can go and click on this add a custom condition. So here we can say for customers like enterprise, I want to assign it to this. I want to, have faster SLA for first response to resolution. I want to have faster response as compared to my other customers. So let's say if the customer is a VIP customer, for example, it's Frappe, what I want to do is I want to reduce the first response time for low priority to maybe just 3 hours, and then resolution time to be 5 hours. And again, you can make some modifications over here. And as soon as the ticket is marked as this, the priority should be urgent. So while creating the ticket, the system will check if the ticket is of the customer Frappe or not. And if yes, then this SLA will be marked. Now let us understand how this calculation over here. So SLA respects three things. First is the working hour of your company, that is, for in our case, was 10 to 6 or 9 to 6 p.m. Second is the non-working days or holidays, which basically the same thing. Like let's say Saturday, Sunday, every you have a holiday or it's a non-working day. And the third thing is the pause time. So let's say if the ticket was on replied, the ticket you can say the ticket is on hold, and you're like let's say waiting for some kind of approval from some senior management. So that is not considered in while calculating the SLA, because that is an internal part of the ticket. So, or maybe you're waiting for the end customer to reply, so you can mark the status replied, and you're waiting for another customer to reply, right? So that should not be considered SLA, and that's how the first response and resolution works. So that's it about SLA. And now basically you can configure from here now any SLA you want. And then let's go back to customizations. So this was the default view which you get out of the box. But let's say you want to customize it to your particular need. Like let's say you want to add some custom buttons or maybe some custom fields. So we'll start with custom action buttons over here. So by default, when you go over here, just a second. So by default, when you go over in the ticket view, you will see these two buttons only. But let's say you want to add some kind of custom buttons over here. So to do so, what we can do it, we can go to docs.frappe helpdesk. We can go to customization. We can go to custom actions. And here you can see I have introduced like various scenarios for you to maybe add a button or maybe add a group of buttons over here. So let's say if I want to add this kind of dialog, I will just go here, I just copy it and then go to action buttons. I'll say const actions is equals to this. And then I will return the actions in the form script and I can enable it as well. Now, this form script is very powerful. I will showcase to you in a minute how. You will see that these buttons are visible over here. But let's say, that you want some buttons on the customer portal end as well. So I can say, apply to customer portal as well. So this button now, this button you will see will be visible over here with these icons. So that's how you can customize buttons in the agent in the customer portal. But for now, let us keep it for just the agent view. Now, second thing is adding custom fields. So over here, you can see that it's blank. And I want to add a lot of custom fields over here based on my company's requirements. So for doing that, what I will do is I'll go to the desk. So desk can be accessed by site name /app, or you can go here, you can click here, apps, and you can click on desk. From here, we'll say HD ticket, and I click on customize. So what this customize does is it gives you option to customize your ticket document. And let's say you want to add new fields over here, which is maybe a category and a subcategory. So I can say we can select a select field. So select field is basically a field which has a lot of options in it. So let's add those. maybe the options are Helpdesk, CRM, Insights, and another could be ERP Next, HRMS. And I will name this field as category. Once I save it, you will see that this category field has been created. This is a custom field and it's very simple to do so. Now we'll add another custom field which is subcategories. So based on the category, there can be like subcategories also. So we can create another select field, and we can add maybe it is issue related to the knowledge base. Or it is payroll related. It is accounting related, query insights related, or forecasting related. So those are the features which options which we are adding for the subcategory. Label is mandatory, of course. We'll say subcategory. I'll save it, and you will see that these two fields are created. Now we want to show these in this view for the customer and for the agent and for the customer as well. So to do so, what we'll do is we'll go over here and we will click on we'll go to desk and we'll say HD ticket template. So basically this is the template of how your fields will look like in what order. So here are very additional information, so a lot of areas. So let us just add the custom fields right now. So we'll see this, we'll say okay, custom category is the name. So whatever custom fields you create are prefixed with this custom underscore value and plus the label which you add over here. And then their second is subcategory, custom subcategory. I'll go ahead and add it in the row. And there are other options also, which I'll come back to in a minute. So once I do so and I reload it, you will see that these options are now available over here. So that's how custom fields can be added. And let's say now these fields are visible over here, right? And they're also visible now while raising a new ticket in the customer portal. But let's say I don't want the link field, subcategory field to be shown to the end user. So what I can do is I can click here, I can hide from customer. So this is the label of it, hide from customer. And once I do so, you will see that subcategory is gone from here. So that's how the subcategories are working. So we have covered at least adding the fields in the customer portal and agent portal. Now let us understand that, so right now you see these two fields and all of these options. But for help desk, the only relevant subcategory is knowledge base. For CRM, the only relevant category is payroll. Sorry, forecasting. And for inside, you get the point, right? So how do we manage when person is raising the ticket? How do we make it easier for them? So for that, we have something called field dependencies. So it's a very common feature in a lot of help desk system which you have used in the past. Or if you're new, then you can see how you can use those. So basically right now there are no field dependencies. So let us just create one. So I'll go here and say category, and that's I will add subcategory over here. For help desk, I just want to say, the only relevant is knowledge base. For CRM, it's forecasting. For insight, it's query. For ERP, it's accounting and payroll, and it can be for both as well. So once I do so, we will scroll down here and we'll see that, there are other options here as well. So I want to make the field hidden based on certain criteria. Like let's say if the field value is help desk, or if the category field value is help desk or CRM, then only show the subcategory. That also we can do from here. And let's say I want to make the subcategory mandatory if any value is set in the parent field, which is the category. So you can read more about it from the documentation, but as of now, let's click on any, or you can select some particular values from here as well. So once I do so, you will see this form field dependency is created. And now when I go over here, you will see only one field. And as soon as I click on it, subcategory field is there. And since I have, okay, I think Is that the case? So it is visible over here, but for CRM, okay, I think there is some bug in this, which I can fix in some time. But what will happen is it will be filtered when you click over here, and this is automatically filtered. So that was all about field dependency part. Let's move on to another other part, which is the scripting part. So now, what we want to do is we want to automatically route the tickets when when the category subcategory categories CRM. Like for right now, I will just disable this so that the field is not mandatory. The subcategory field is not mandatory. And let's say if the category is held as I want to route it to some team. If the category is inside, I want to route it some other team. So to do so, what we can do is we can go over here in the customization part. We can go and click on ticket routing. So we can route tickets to particular teams on various scenarios. So I've added in the documentation how you can do so. So let's say this custom category over here. I'll just copy here, and in here I will go here and write server script. So what server script is basically kind of a script which you have to write, a very simple script which you have to write, so that basically the teams can be routed with ease. Now, if the ticket custom category is helpdesk, assign it to the Frappe Cloud team. Or if it is a custom category, or if it is ERP next, what other teams we have? We have teams like L1 or Frappe Cloud. Okay, let's say uh, L1. Otherwise, default it to product experts. So name of this is automation of team automation. And here reference document type, you have to put it as SD ticket. So basically this is the table in which the data is created, and we have to do it before save. So like before, when the document is being saved into the database, that's when we want to run this core. So you can use this functionality to route the ticket. You don't have to worry about this much in detail. So now once what happens is, now I will reload it and the server script should work, which is if I say agent, if the custom category is helpdesk, then assign it to Frappe Cloud. Now, if it is helpdesk, you will see the team is automatically assigned to Frappe Cloud. And based on that, the user is also automatically assigned if they're part of the team or not. So that is what all about was scripting. Now let's move on to knowledge base. So for that, I will move on to one of my sites with already a lot of articles. So this is what a full-fledged knowledge base looks like. This is the payment, this is the category, and these are the articles in that category, so that you can easily manage your articles by categorizing them correctly. So you can click on add new. You can create either a category or an article. So for that, I will just show this article to you. So there are various options. You can read more about them from the documentation. And this again is a very full-fledged editor, which you can see over here. We can have code base, we can have the endpoint, we can have like code over here, or like full markdown is supported in this. And now knowledge base, this is for the agent portal. Now how it looks in the customer portal is something like this. So whenever the customer opens this knowledge base, they will be redirected to this particular view. And in this case, the user can ask a query from here, and our knowledge base tries to answer your query with these. And this is how helpdesk Frappe Helpdesk helps your team to reduce the count of the ticket. So the more articles you have in your knowledge base, the less you can receive tickets, because people can easily read articles from here. Like for example, if I type SSH, you will see that these are all visible over here. I can just click on any of them and it will redirect me to that particular section, and I can see, okay, this solves my query. So then I won't raise a ticket, right? Similarly, you can go and click on category, and then You can surf through, you can browse through all the articles. And this also helps, by the way, in when you have to, when you write a subject while creating a ticket. Let's say I'm adding some billing related issue. The system is smart enough to understand this, and then it it can have, it can show you the relevant articles, and you can click on them, and it will move you to a particular section, and then you can give your feedback here as well as a customer. Now let's move on to, let's I want to add some end user to my, some customer or some end user to my organization. So how can I do so? So for doing that, what we can do is we can go to contact. I will just go in this contact. Yes. So right now you see that there are some contacts over here. So what are contacts? So customer is an organization, and the contact is you can consider it as an employee of an organization, and you can link a contact to some kind of customer. So for example, I can say, that Sharik is already there. Okay, so I can say, I can maybe create a new one, which is Ritvik. Uh, I can add phone numbers basically over here, and I can link it to some customer as well. So as I'm part of Frappe, I can link it, and then I can create. So that's what the contact is all about. You can reload it over here, and you will see that contact is working. So now I can invite this contact as a user also into my system. So once I click on invite as user button, what will happen is, an email will be sent to the contact, and they can click on the button, and when as soon as they do that, they will be logged in into system. They can basically set up their password, and they will be redirected to this particular page, my tickets. So that was all about the knowledge base and articles and inviting these users into your system. And now the last thing which is remaining is the dashboard. So I think Michelle can take over it from here. So that was about the whole demo, about how we can, manage your tickets via using Helpdesk and easily automate the ticket routing. So another ticket routing, by the way, is based on the email account. So if you have like, 4 or 5 kind of email accounts, you can similarly in the ticket routing documentation, I've also written based on the email account. So you can create and name multiple email accounts which are incoming, which have incoming enabled, and you can assign the agent groups accordingly. So yeah, dashboard will be shown by Michelle, and yeah, that's it from my side. I hope this was like very helpful. Now we'll move on to some other things which will be continued by Michelle.
Thanks, Ritvik, for the presentation. So yeah, this is the newly launched dashboard. If you are not able to see this, if you are already using Helpdesk and not able to see this, maybe you should upgrade it to the latest version. But yes, this is similar to the one that you see in CRM as well, that the one that we showed yesterday. You will see the number of tickets that were raised in the last 30 days as a filter here. So you can see tickets raised today, tickets raised in the last 7 days. Um, right, you can filter it based on the number of days, or you can also put a custom date range, let's say from 13th to 20th. Okay, maybe let's just put this. So 6th to 18th August, number of tickets raised, the SLA fulfilled across all the tickets, the average first response time for these 775 tickets, the resolution time, and the feedback given. So feedback is basically you can set it up in your system where I think there is email feedback also now that is live. So your customers can rate you on your ticket once they close the ticket on the portal, as well as in the, if they are conversing with you on email, they can also rate you via the email through a web form. So these ratings are captured here, and this is essential for you to keep a track on how your team is performing, right? There is this ticket trend as well. Let me put a longer date range so that you can see it. Maybe 60 days, right? So you can see the number of open tickets. You can just put it like this, or the closed ones, the SLA that is fulfilled, the trend. So this is the ticket trend, the feedback trend as well. So the number of tickets that were rated and the ratings that you've received. Uh, Assuming this, they give you stars from 1 to 5. Tickets raised by teams. So we get most tickets from L1 FC team, followed by L1. So you get a sorted view of your team's ticket load. Also based on type, if you have configured multiple types, you can see that here how many bugs were raised, how many tickets are functional tickets. Also sorted based on priority and the channel. So if you have portal as well as email channel running, you can get a breakdown of both. Now the thing that okay, another thing, you can filter it based on teams. So this will give you team wise rating, and also you can filter it based on the person, the agent, right? Right. So this is what is available out of the box. You can't add more charts right now. But here's what is going to come up. Like right now, you can see that I want to see why is there a spike here, and I would like to like click on it and dig deep and see why what is happening here. But right now, the drill down feature isn't available, and we are working on one. This is same for CRM. We mentioned that yesterday. So these dashboards will be more interactable. You can add more, delete, place them the way you want, and also drill down and see deep what is wrong and what is going right for you. Um, if you want these features to be available right now for you, you can directly go and go to Frappe Insights and install this app on your helpdesk instance, and you can create as many charts, dashboards as you want, and you can also drill down your data. So this is available right now, but this is a different app. What we are working on is making this available in helpdesk itself. So for that, you'll have to wait for a month or few more weeks, and you'll get more updates during our conference. Right. I have not shared my entire screen. I just shared my entire screen. That being said, I hope you can see my presentation.
Yes,
Yes.
we
Can
can.
somebody confirm? Right, thank you. So that being said, this is all that is there in the helpdesk product. And here are a few things that we are working on. Landing page similar to Frappe CRM. Right now, the first screen, like Ritvik showed you, is a helpdesk, is the list of all the tickets, right? But you might want to see which are your tickets that are lagging behind or need immediate attention, or if you have some enterprise customers who require more attention, then you can configure your view, and we'll have different views for different agents. So that is a landing page feature that we are working on. Custom statuses, if you have more status, right now there are 4 statuses: open, replied, resolved, and closed. But as per your business, you might have more status that you wish to add, and you can map it across the parent status and configure them and make them work accordingly. So that is another one. The ticket view that you saw right now is undergoing a revamp. It will be much more user friendly and UI rich. So wait for it. It's a UI change. The next thing, see in that ticket view refactor, you'll also be able to see how many customers, how many agents are currently viewing that ticket, anybody who is following it. So a lot of these minor tweaks will be part of it. Like I mentioned, dashboards will drill down will be coming up. A lot of questions in the chats were regarding configuring escalation matrix and other stuff. Some of the scripts that Ritvik showed, you all were interested in configuring them through the UI. And most of them will get fixed through this feature, that is automation. You will be able to do that. Like if you want to escalate it to a management team, if the SLA failed, that's possible. So it's an upcoming feature. Telephony, Twilio, Exotel, and some more. So that will also be there. Along with it, Ritvik also mentioned WhatsApp. So yes, that's another one. And somebody also mentioned child ticket creation. I think that's another feature that we'll be working on soon. So you can create multiple, there's a parent ticket that is created. And if you want to divide it into multiple child tickets so that different agents can work on it, we'll come up with that feature soon. So these are the next features that we are working on. Moving forward, I'll just quickly explain to you the pricing for Frappe Helpdesk. Right. So you can go to frappe.io/helpdesk, which is our website. And when you click on the pricing screen, you will see that you're able to see it in rupees. The smallest plan that we start with is the $5 plan. So yes, you can click on start free trial and get started right away. There is also an enterprise thing if you want more attention, um, and all. You get an account manager and stuff. You can go for the enterprise plan. But yes, uh, Helpdesk works great. Starting with the minimum plan is $5, so we don't charge per user. You can start with that plan. Just few clarifications. Firstly, since it is 100% open source, you can choose to host it anywhere. But um, we have our own cloud platform. This is also for Frappe CRM and all our apps, including ERP Next, which is Frappe Cloud. You can choose to host on Frappe Cloud, and you can create a site, you can buy a server, and you can add sites on that server. You can choose your region where you want to host your site, and you can add multiple apps. Plus, the upgrade and all these options are available to you, so you can deploy, upgrade as per your choice. And You can see when the latest upgrades are pushed as well. Um, on all the plans, Frappe Cloud, Frappe team is responsible to ensure that your site is up and running. So hosting support is available on all the plans. Product support is available for on plans $50 and above. So if you have, let's say, a help desk specific issue, you can raise tickets with us if it is on a $50 plan and above. But if your site is down or you're not able to access your site or something like that, on any plans, Frappe Cloud support is available. Similar for CRM. The other thing is, like Sharik showed in yesterday's demo, you can install Frappe CRM and Frappe Helpdesk on the same site. If you're on a $50 plan, you will get support for both the apps. Um, if you install ERP Next also, you will get support on ERP Next. So yes, there is also a small integration that Sharik showed yesterday. We'll make the video available. You can go through it. We'll also update the doc so you can check it. So when you convert a customer on CRM, you can directly ask them to raise tickets on help desk. So that is the integration that we worked on. So you will get that. Um, right. That is about Frappe help desk. You can directly go click on get started and sign up. Thank you.
So, thanks, Ritvik. That was a very detailed demo, and I think people also loved the demo part, and it gave a good overview of ticket handling, SLAs, and all of that, and rightly said as help desk. So, it also somehow is very fascinating to me to see what all goes inside our apps. So, thanks for the detailed overview, and thanks, Michelle, for walking us through the dashboard, and it looks very easy to navigate and sort it. So also telling us the plan ahead with Frappe Helpdesk. So thank you so much.
Side. Thanks a lot, Ritvik, for the demo, and thanks a lot, Babita, conducting it.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Ritvik.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Like, I really enjoyed giving this webinar. Again, it was a very wonderful experience for me to like talk to and answer your queries. So yeah, thank you so much.